know whatever pick that Myanmar takes in red 4, it's gonna be a jungler or mid. Is no flexibility.
We've seen Uranus jungle once, but
Di
guess what?
subscribe
You're
dulu
gonna get
guys
the
ya,
box, yeah. I don't know how you
dibantu
wanna
like
play
juga
Uranus
guys.
jungle.
Kita
Chosen man, we
masuk
did
di
talk
game
about that.
kedua antara
And that's like the
Turki
last
versus
bastion of
Myanmar guys.
having any sort of control over the mid lane.
Kita lihat hero yang di ban ada Cici, Harit, Lancelot, Angela, Jusin, Fanny, Yuzong, Yisunsin, Lapu-Lapu, Arlot. Untuk mapnya Expanding River. Turki first pick pilih Grok.
Turkey probably is not worried. Look at the sturdiness of the draft.
Ada Grok, Baxia, Iesf,
What if?
Hayabusa, Chow, Granger, Uranus.
It's a stretch. It's a stretch.
No, it's not a stretch because good luck getting killed here,
Right?
right?
Take a Hilda, right? Like a Hilda XP. Take a Hilda XP. Ooh.
Don't give ideas, man.
Hold on a minute. That sounds pretty good.
Dude, like, doesn't matter how you adjust the draft. You add one more front line or disruptor, and then pick up a traditional marksman. Because look at this, not a lot of threats for, say, a Claude.
Hilda Harris.
Dude, a Claude wins the lane against the Granger.
To lead the charge.
So it looks like
Hilda
and a
Moskov.
Moskov. So
Okay, close enough. You see the Moscow of Harris, but close enough. Wow.
I've got banned. So yeah, it's Moskov, Claude. The options are there just because you're not too worried. So okay,
This is a problem. This is a big problem.
I kind of feel Louis, considering that they're all in close proximity, including the Moskov. Louis is the best. If Nico wants to get a comfort, it's going to be the Valen. So there we go.
Louis.
Louis picked up.
We did talk about the Loi earlier on too, that if you want, because there's only so less options, right? And then I float the Loi and we both agree that it's a good idea. Oh, we're pretty good at this, right? We call like what 90% of the draft?
For Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, sorry, for 4 days straight.
4 days straight.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to WEC.
Shout outs to Dub.
Give us another year. We'll do this.
And we called out the Louis because that's the only real one that solves your problem.
Yeah, and by solving, it's not all the problems, but
Yep.
very specific situations.
The question right now is whether the Cho will build damage or build tank, because both are viable-ish. The only problem here is the Cho is going to have a very hard time to kick anyone. Do you want to kick the Hilda? You want to kick
Hampir
the
sama
Basia?
guys ya,
You want to kick the Grok?
kulit
I think
Myanmar
this life
sama
mission this
Indo.
game is just
Create space.
find Yi, find Moskov, and you pray, right? You just hope that they go down.
Tapi kalau
Both of
dari
them have
mukanya
flicker,
guys,
so that's one
mirip-mirip
thing to
Indo.
take into consideration as we hop into game number 2 on Expanding River. Turkey on the blue side, Myanmar on red.
So right now, Team Turkey are up on the board. They need one more win.
2-0
to
atau
move forward
1
to the
sama guys.
semifinals. And Myanmar needs one win to continue their journey here in WEC 25 here in Kuala Lumpur. Boye already threatening TNZ just a little bit, but he has to be careful because the draft that Turkey has is really not that punishable inside the jungle. Heck, look at this. They're already marching forward, disrupting King Flash and pulling the golem towards them, resetting just a little bit. Oh, this is going to be rough for Myanmar.
Impact into it again, right? Doesn't have the rampart. So finally, the golem goes over to King Flash. Slight delay, but mid-priority, of course, given over to Turkiye. And Boya can't really do much. You have to trade your health bar for the priority, but the block on Nico is going to force the flicker out eventually. There is Tianzi, who will jump with Boya instead, but Boya barely gets away.
Yeah, but look at the punishment that they're getting if Turkey is able to establish a freeze, which they have. King Flash has to come and help reset the freeze. If not, Nico will suffer, and you don't want Nico suffering when he's the main way you answer Turkey's draft.
Yeah. He doesn't necessarily need to be the most farm, but he needs decent items, right?
I think he needs at least Enchanted Talisman.
Yeah, he needs his Enchanted Talisman. And, well, good thing about Loi is that you are effective. You don't need level 4. And Juno overextended. Tianzi rolls on him first blood.
Yeah, Sigibum was able to bait him
Turki
out.
menangin god
Here on the
lane-nya
screen,
guys.
we did see TNZ jumping in, but Juno does not have that information. The
Nggak
turtle has
enak
been
aja
started
ya.
up by King Flash. Boy is here Kun is
Katanya
trying to push
W1,
Lunar
ternyata
away, but
bawa
look at that.
kawan dia,
8.7
guys.
and Rose are here. King Flash still able
Dapat
to steal that
Hayabusa
away.
turtle pertama.
TNZ didn't even bother.
Yeah, it's like, it's okay, right? It's okay to give up the turtle. You got a kill on the Juno. You free Sigi Boom. I think okay, he didn't get double wave. He actually took a recall. Completely fine there. But Myanmar, now the SOD attempting to steal the purple buff. Still, King Flash will get it. Try to turn on TNZ, but TNZ has turned for Sun. You can't really go on to him. So Turkiye easily disengages.
Yeah, good call and attempt coming in from Turkiye. TNZ will be quite forward.
RWM
Oh.
takes down Nico, and Boya just can't get a response fast enough. And without Nico, defense becomes infinitely harder. The shadow kill forced out so early on. He's gonna get knocked up. Not really sure the idea there for
Gak
King
selamat
Flash.
guys Hayabusanya, guys.
Lunar collects him.
If we have an award of one of the best drafts in a tournament, this is definitely one of them. Team Turkiye already establishing. Lunar is outside of the EXP lane, helping out the Grok, and there's nothing that Team Myanmar can really do. Boye is here to help Juno out a little bit, but even he had to recall because there's nothing that he can do. He can't catch anyone.
I think what hurts is that this draft was sort of given out for free. King Flash, oh my goodness, just got solo killed by TNZ. There's a Hayabusa that just got ran down by a boxer in the jungle. And Rosa now joins into. If there's any premonition of how poorly the game has gone for Myanmar in the first 3.5 minutes, that was it.
Hayabusanya udah 2 kali cok
I
buat
wonder
dia
if I
cok.
cursed it, because I did say in a content piece just now that Myanmar might
Abis
be the one
ini
to look
kita-
out for, but look at this.
Abis
Juno
ini
gets
kita
caught.
nonton
Boye is there.
Mlbb Woman.
Tectonic charge to cancel out any kind of CC Boye has, and already retreating. And Myanmar is getting denied of so many farm here.
Oh my god, Nico takes the block, but he might have to take the fall too. Forced to flicker out. There's no contest of this purple buff. King Flash is gonna get starved out of his own jungle. There's
2-0
nothing left on the
lah.
top side anymore.
Biar
King
cepat.
Flash goes in, doesn't get the purple buff. They have the Jikundo knockup, but they don't even follow up with the kick because there's no point in doing that.
Juno is not having a good time here. Denied of so many farms, same as Nico. And Kun is trying his very best just to zone people away. But again, if the Boxia is there, Kun is not really all that tanky. Myanmar, they can still do this. What they need, unfortunately, is at least 10 more minutes. At that point, King Flash has a little bit of items, Nico has a little bit of items, and then maybe you can potentially punish Team Turkey.
Yeah. But now, unfortunately, they just have to watch as Turkey take everything they want.
Dapat Hayabusa. Hayabusa Baxia. Agak ngantuk
Painful
juga
because
guys ya.
we saw this coming from Turkey from quite a mile away.
Yep.
We sort of predicted the potential outcome.
This is one of those things that we
Wah
do
nggak
not
jalan
like
cok
before.
Hayabusanya
It's
cok.
like, it's the I told you so moment.
Yeah. So, whoa, Lunar got a solo kill, Lunar gets kicked, and Nico tries to kill him.
He's gonna survive, right? Yeah, he survived.
SOD comes in, and there you go. Sigibum goes after Boye and Nico.
Oh, man.
TNZ coming from the rear. Sigibum gets a kill. And now even gets a double. Rosa is all alone against King Flash. King Flash can't kill Rosa. Has to get away.
Waduh.
RWM
3 kali guys
gets
mati
him.
guys.
And Kun tries to save the day. Multiple low targets. But Kun cannot get onto them. This is a rough one, Aski.
These are- I feel
This is one we just gotta say it as it is. This is rough.
this is, I think probably the first time in the entire EW, well, the WEC, sorry,
Gak enak sih guys.
we might have to call it early.
Yeah.
How the state of the game has
Terkonter-konter
gone.
gitu.
Because it is possible for a comeback. It's just very improbable. It's
Yeah.
very difficult.
Tapi
It's not
kan
100%
masih
defeat,
bisa
but it's
sih
sure it's like
Hayabusanya
99%.
masih bisa
Top
makan
descent,
Iesf
King Flash to the
atau
All
si
for the
Moskow.
FP grab. I think Kun got it.
Either way, Sigibum is waiting there. We gotta look at an item to see where Nico and Juno is at. It's unfortunate the main carries are taking quite a lot of deaths here. First
Wow.
item, Sky Pisser, 3.6k, and the Hayabusa is 2.6. It's bad when the Hayabusa is the second lowest gold in your team.
He's 2k behind the Moskov. At least 1k behind TNZ. Turtle spawns. They have a gang squad, but it's on Lunar.
And TNZ is just taking all the buffs. Because he's like, it's
Aduh,
nice to have
hilang
both
buff
jungles on my
merahnya.
side.
Yeah, I own. He just walks in and owns it. And oh, he found King Flash.
Dude, even the damage coming in from
Itu gak
TNC.
kena guys.
He's playing a dodgeball right now. Gets pinned into the wall. King Flash gets away.
Kasian
as
kali
good as
cok
it
ya
gets.
busa.
And able to clear the wave as well. So Divergent finds TNC all alone. Do they have the damage? It looks like they do. Juno gets the kill, so that's 10 stacks on the Sky Piercer. So this is a good start for Myanmar trying to set a comeback.
That's the Loy effect. You get a couple more cheeky plays like that, some creative pickoffs that could bring Myanmar back. Sigiboom not threatened at all with the backup of his teammates around, but Myanmar will now turn on to the objective. Try to get King Flash back into the game. TNZ still pretty much out of this. Let's see if Turkiye can delay the turtle take. Luna hops onto Nico, and Nico just has to take the fall. Shadowfield gets used.
Masih dapat ayah busanya guys ya.
In return, Sigiboom late to the mid lane will just take the wave. Juno falls back, and Luna just chops Boye in half.
Yeah, 4-0 and 1 for Lunar. They don't have ways to deal with him just yet. Probably no anti-heals. All the while, King Flash understands he needs as much farm as possible. He needs to get at least the same level as TNZ, so that when you're required to make that clutch play around the Lord, at least you have the levels to have the same damage for that retribution. Myanmar, they are crawling back because only down by 2,000. That's honestly very impressive considering the amount of pressure Team Turkiye should have.
It all started with Nico's divergent play. The pickoff onto TNZ allowed them to convert into kills and a turtle. So Kun is going to try and survive this. The rampart is not there, so Kun gets out. But they do lose the top tier 1.
So Team Myanmar at this point, diversion, just gonna give King Flash the farm he really needs. But
I think Apex saw that.
Yeah. So look at TNZ forcing up the flicker there. Team Turkiye should get mid for free here.
Nothing much that Myanmar can do. Their defense on paper is not bad with Nico. But Turkiye can just put their body in front and make their presence known, and Myanmar will have to give a lot of respect to it. Even in terms of sieging, right? Turkey is just better with the draft that they have. Like Moskov alone is pretty nasty at the
Dia beli
job.
pistol.
King Flash does have the Malefic Roar though, so a lot of penetration here that King Flash has, so there is a possibility of him actually killing the front line. Look at this, Nico. Look, I think he was spotted out. Looking at the items here,
Anti-Cuirass udah jadi guys.
for the Granger. And unfortunately, Hayabusa only has 2 items. Hunter Strike as well. Oh, hold on, Sigiboom gets kicked. Does Nico have the damage?
The counter charge
masih
saves
selamat
Sigiboom.
guys.
Good stuff from Apex. Then they had the diversion play to just escape.
Yeah.
Fancy there.
Honestly, a good attempt. But if the Grog was not there, Sigiboom might have been taken down. At least they got that flicker. So there's a chance later on in the Lord fight, maybe King Flash or Boye can make a play. So I think it is still worth it to get that battle spell.
Oh yes. Diversion cooldown gets pretty low. Especially when the Enchanted Talisman is completed, I would assume that Nico should have it by now. He did go for glowing one first item. There it is. Enchanted Talisman done. So Diversion next one's gonna be important.
Waduh.
Oh, the rampart though. Nico got trapped and he's gone. Sigiboom with a pickup and an instant turn onto the Lord. Rosa should be able to zone the rest of
Kombonya
Myanmar.
gila ya.
4 ultimates expended by Turkey though, but I feel like it's worth it because Luna just forced the flicker out of Juno.
Langsung
And they can
nyangkut
focus
guys.
on the objective unless King Flash can make it happen, but they're all standing on top of his shadow and making sure that it runs out before they continue taking the Lord. Good discipline from Turkey. Tectonic charge from Apex 47. He has no connect with the Boye, and Kun is not getting out of this one. Mega kill for Sigiboom.
Amazing gauges coming in from Team Turkiye, TNZ. Even making the Curse Helm just to reduce their armor, magic resist a little bit, as well as doing just a little bit more damage and wave clear. Team Turkiye are in a very good position. The Lord is marching down mid, and it was very clutch that they caught Nico first because he's the main threat in terms of damage as well as crowd control. Once he's out of the picture, quite easy for Team Turkiye to go for any kind of fights.
Yeah. As much as Nico likes fighting in tight corridors, Apex 47 loves it even more because he gets to build and alter the terrain to his will. He should be able to defend the inhibitor at least. I would let the Lord crash just so the Holy Shield could do some of the work. But the Rampart stall out the wave a little bit. Doesn't protect the catapult, unfortunately. It was a good attempt either way. The Holy Defense is going to go down right now. They jump with the King Flash, gets hit by the RWM. Nico also needs to run away. And Myanmar so far getting a good defense. Boya looking for a kick. That's the flicker.
Oh.
Good reflexes.
Nggak
Boya
jadi,
tried,
guys.
but not good enough.
And again, this is why we say it's going to be difficult for the choke, because there's no real targets. He got onto Sigibum, which is the target that he does want. But again, like I said, good reflexes there. And they're sieging the top inhibitor. Again, Moskov just shreds that so fast. 12 minutes in. Team Turkey is inside the base, and now they're looking for mid. Kun taking a lot of damage. Rampart. Apex for 7 flickers forward. And Nico trying his very fast. Lunar gets killed onto Juno. Only one inhibitor left for Team Myanmar. Ogi shadow kill. Not enough damage to take down Team Turkey. SOD not gonna get taken here. Almost 9,000 gold ahead. Team Myanmar, they are struggling. And sooner or later, it's gonna be more and more difficult for them to protect their base.
Completely losing map control. Don't have the items to fight. Kingflash just got his war axe. 55 seconds until the next lord. 2 inhibitors down and a 9k gold deficit. This game is pretty much good as done for Turkiye. Unless Myanmar can pull off a miracle, it has to come from Nico. Some cheeky divergent plays. Boya sacrificing himself to get the crucial picks. But it's easier said than done. We've seen him attempt it a few times.
Yep.
But it didn't really bear the fruit that he wants. It's not even his fault. Like, Turkey is just fast on the trigger finger.
The problem with comebacks is that you have enough damage. Speaking of which, RWM being used. Juno, only 20% HP. Sigibum taking that for free. So now the base of Myanmar is exposed.
Maybe they have an opportunity, but the discipline from Turkey again to back off. They don't want to get vacuumed in by the yin-yang reaction, the duality. Because there is Sky Piercer on the side of Myanmar, so you don't want that to be the reason that you fall behind. Or
Oh
at
ya,
least lose some of that
Granger si
gold.
Albert.
See Halberd for Juno now up. All inhibitors down for Myanmar. For Turkey, you can do this dance forever and let the wave end the game.
If only Nico has a bit more gold, getting a Wishing Lantern might help out a lot. Boya gets spotted
Oh
out
no.
by Sigibum. Rosa and TNZ are preventing him from going away. And he's just
Waduh.
making sure that he dies fast enough so
Waduh,
that he can
cowoknya
respond in
guys.
time. But look at this. Team Turkey is extending that.
Lunar.
He doesn't. And Juno gets caught. Oh my goodness. This is this is tough.
Luna gave him the cleaver. I think the idea was Nico sent
2-0
Boya to the flank and
guys.
they hopefully get a cash. Maybe a proxy the wave, but
Udah nggak jalan aja
18
busanya.
seconds for Boya, 23 for Juno. I'm not sure if they have that time. Cody's gonna try the whole kick
Waduh.
back, doesn't even get to react. With the flicker initiation, Turkiye looking for a semi-finals entry. And they get a 2-0
Guys,
over Myanmar.
2-0
Turkiye
guys ya.
are off to
Turki
top
menang
4.
atas Myanmar guys.
Congratulations to Team Turkey having a
Jangan lupa
clean
di
sweep
subscribe,
here.
di like. Sampai
And I gotta
ketemu di
say,
game
number one, it was
berikutnya
amazing,
guys.
but game number two, a lot of question marks are there.